Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second Hunger Games of round 27. Today's prize is 100 credits. Now, before you, we have 48 willing contestants, which, when you think about it, why they're willing to get themselves killed for 100 credits is beyond me, but here they are. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with Sebi, Mini Cakes, and the Gull. Those are my top three. And Chris, if you win, I'm coming to kill you. So I should make a note that this is heavily modified. So there should be more death, hopefully. I'm sure you guys will find a way to make it last 10 days. But let's proceed. The Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on the podium, the horn sounds. Gunshot runs away from the cornucopia. Monteclair rips a mace out of Zux's hands. Big Germ grabs a backpack and retreats. Valerio runs away from the cornucopia. Spoon breaks Seagull's nose for a basket of bread. Ruthless. Poor Beak. Lich runs away from the cornucopia. Exodia runs away from the cornucopia. Surprise runs away. Oh no. Surprise stays at the cornucopia for resources. That's a new one. Jason and Micheletto fight for a bag. Micheletto strangles Jason with the straps and runs away. Oh no, is Jason dead already? Poor guy. Jason finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Leonad DP runs away from the cornucopia. Sebi retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Cunning Goon runs away from the cornucopia along with St. Rose the Lone, Pumpkin, and Teabag. And then off in the other distance, Gallant, Alvarez, and Enchanted run away from the cornucopia. I wonder if they're gonna group up, perhaps. Karasu rips a mace out of Reaper 666's hands. Man, you guys need to up the killing. It's a bloodbath and not a single death. Rivet finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Chris McLean runs away from the cornucopia. Mini Cakes and Furry Life fight for a bag. Furry Life gives up and retreats. Colin 27 runs away from the cornucopia. Ryu runs away from the cornucopia. Cyber Things grabs a handful of throwing knives and runs. Raid finds a bag full of explosives. Ooh, that could be pretty good. Phil runs away from the cornucopia. John Marston grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty, thinking he got the best score of the game. Astolfo and Sparky fight for a bag. Sparky gives up and retreats. Ratchet runs away from the cornucopia along with Mystery. What those two will do is a mystery. Darcy and Boaz fight for a bag. Darcy gives up and retreats. Basic rips a mace out of DMX's hands. Kepkia grabs a backpack and retreats. Silver grabs a shovel. Excalibur overpowers Empathy, killing her. See, that's how we do it, guys. That's how we do it. 999 takes a handful of throwing knives. Soda clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Day 1. Mystery discovers a river. Spoon, Pumpkin, Sink the Lone, and DMX raid Silver camps while he is hunting. Alvarez practices his archery. Jason goes hunting. Ratchet receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Surprise tends to Cyber Thing's wounds. I'll be honest, I thought I removed that one. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people tending to each other's wounds. I want them to kill each other. 999 and Cunning Goon work together to drown. Oh, holy shit, that's a new death, guys. I've been doing this for quite some time and probably have done like 15 of these. But 999 and Cunning Goon work together to drown Rivet. That is definitely a new one. I am so glad that I modified that. Chris McLean just picks flowers like a weirdo. Leonad DP receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Exodia sprains her ankle running away from Reaper 666. Another one I thought I deleted. Kepkia discovers a cave. Teabag questions his sanity. John Marston, Colin, and Zaxa track down and kill Mini Cakes. Marston, how could you lead the hunt to kill Mini Cakes? How could you? Ryu defeats Sebi in a fight but spares his life. Enchanted practices his archery. Boaz tries to spear fish with a trident. Didn't go too well. Micheletto receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Basic thinks about home. And if he'll ever see it again. Soda makes a wooden spear. Astofolio, or how do you say that? I've only ever had to type the name, not say it. Searches for firewood. Big Germ receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Monteclair thinks about home and what he's going to do when he gets home with those 100 credits. For Your Life overhears Lich and Raid talking in the distance but decides not to investigate. Phil. Oh, Phil. Phil spears Karosuru in the abdomen. Abdomen. Yeah. Valarmos 7 tries to sleep through the entire day. Siegel, Excalibur, Gunshot, and Gallant raid Darcy's camp while he is hunting. Poor guy. And, well, Sparky just fishes. Arena event. Acid rain pulls down on the arena. Phil survives. Soda survives. Ratchet refuses Capia's shelter, killing her. See, that's what we do, lads. Raid survives. Siegel is unable to find shelter and dies. You know, Gull, if you weren't, flying around the arena, you'd have had a better chance of living. Valemerio 7 survives. For Your Life refuses Saint-Alone shelter, killing him. Silver shoves John Marston into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by John Marston, killing them both. See, guys? Just offer him shelter. You know? I'm just kidding. Love it. Cliff McLean refuses Cyber Thing's shelter, killing her. 999 survives. Gallant survives. Pumpkin survives. Darcy survives. Alvarez survives. Spoon survives. Sebi shoves Gunshot into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Gunshot, killing them both. For being a family, you guys really are out to kill each other. That means, Astolfo is the only one alive. Cunning Goon survives. Jason trips face first into a puddle of acidic rain. Oh, reminds me of that one movie. What is it called? I Spit on Your Grave? Let me tell you, that movie is horrendous. This chick, they rape her, right? Which, now this video is like PG-17 or whatever, but for revenge, she sticks this dude over a bathtub of lye and continuously pulls out the boards that were supporting him, and his face dips down in it. When he comes back up, his tongue's melting out of his face, and it's horrendous, so I can only imagine. Surprise survives. Surprise that happened. Colin 27 survives. Micheletto survives. Teabag survives. Sparky, that's ruthless. Sparky injures his Boaz and leaves him to die in the acid rain. Montecrista injures Exodia and leaves her in the rain to die. Excalibur survives. Ryuf refuses Enchanted Shelter, killing him. Leonad DP survives. Reaper survives. Mystery is unable to find shelter and dies. Zaxa survives. DMXX shoves Lich into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Lich, killing them both. I know the dead god will be very happy about that one. Big Germ 420 survives. Basic refuses Astolfo shelter, killing him. Well, there goes all the hamster people. Poor guys. I guess I don't know who's left of my choosing. Fallen Tributes 1. Wow, this is only the second night, and there's 21 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Let's take a second of silence for these poor souls. Night 1. Raid tends to Pumpkin's wounds. Zaxa receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Alvarez questions her sanity. And for all those wondering why my screen just got darker, my computer is dying, which is unfortunate, but we'll get through this. Valerio 7 and Furry Life tell stories about themselves to each other. Another one I thought I deleted. I must have fucked it up somehow. Soda sets up camp for the night. Teabag defeats Cunning Goon in a fight, but spares her life. Galleon stays awake all night. Leonad DP tends to Colin 27's wounds. Basic, Darcy, 999, and Ryu tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Sparky, Chris McLean, and Big Germ sleep in shifts. Oh, Micheletto lets Reaper 666 into a shelter. We all know what that results in. Stab wounds and broken necks. Phil and Surprise tell stories about themselves to each other. Excalibur looks at the night sky, just looking at the digitized stars. Ratchet and Spoon talk about tributes still alive. Montecleo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Onward. Day 2. Pumpkin injures herself. Leonad DP scares Christmas clean off. Raid camouflages herself into the bushes, which is a very good tactic if you ask me. Colin 27 sets explosives off, killing Furry Life, Soda, Phil, and Cunning Goon. See, that's how we do it, Colin. Montecleo constructs a shack. Love that. 999 searches for a water source. Ratchet defeats Zaxa in a fight, but spares her life. Excalibur runs away from Ryu. Sparky questions his sanity. Teabag searches for firewood. Valerio 7 questions his sanity. Surprise poisons Reaper 666's drink. She drinks it and dies. Oh, how unfortunate. Usually I'm used to the other person mistakenly drinking it instead. Spoon defeats Alvarez in a fight but spares her life. Gallant is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Big Germ severely slices Basic with a sword. Oh, poor Basic. Darcy steals from Micheletto while he isn't looking. Wonder what he made off with. Oh no, arena event. The arena turns pitch black and nobody can see a thing. Teabag trips on a rock and falls off a cliff. Oh, brutal. 999 trips on a rock and falls off a cliff. Guys, if it's pitch black, just sit down. While fighting, Darcy and Valameros lose their balance, roll down a jagged hillside, and die. Oh, they both didn't make it. Pumpkin flails her weapon around, accidentally killing Montclair. Well, I mean, was it really accidental? That's what we're here to do. Ratchet survives. Alvarez accidentally makes contact with a spiny lethal plant life and dies. Chris McLean survives. Sparky survives. Colin 27 tends... Oh, wait. Colin 27 finds and kills Gallant, who was making too much noise. Excalibur survives. Surprise actually makes contact with spiny lethal plant life. Ooh, unfortunate. Big Germ trips on a rock and falls off a cliff. I wonder if this is the same cliff or just multiple ones. Spoon survives. Micheletto survives. Ryu flails her weapon around, accidentally killing Zaxa. Ray trips a rock and falls off a cliff. Leonad DP survives. 17 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 2. Spoon cooks his food before putting out his fire. Sparky cries herself to sleep. Ryu attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Leonad DP falls into a frozen lake and drowns. That's honestly one of the worst deaths next to the Sticks. Ratchet and Colin 27 tell stories about themselves to each other. Get out of here, little freaking flying bug. Chris McLean tries to sing himself to sleep. Pumpkin receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Micheletto thinks about winning. Excalibur cooks his food before putting out his fire. The feast! The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs for the tribute's families. Pumpkin decides not to go to the feast. Sparky and Ryu fight Michelle and Ratchet. Michelle and Ratchet survive. Oh, bloody. Chris McLean and Spoon get into a fight over raw meat, but Spoon gives up and runs away. Colin 27 destroys Excalibur's memoirs out of spite. Day 3. Micheletto shoots a poisonous blow dart into Pumpkin's neck, slowly killing her. Ratchet discovers a river. Spoon, Excalibur, and Chris McLean hunt for other tributes, while Colin 27 just fishes, not even concerned. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 3. Colin 27 tries to treat her infection. Spoon cooks his food before putting out his fire. Chris McLean climbs a tree to rest. Excalibur tends to Ratchet's wounds. Micheletto is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Day 4. Ratchet receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Excalibur begs for Spoon to kill her. He reluctantly objects, killing Excalibur. Oh, unfortunate. Micheletto makes a slingshot. Colin 27 collects fruit from a tree, and Chris McLean cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Oh, unfortunate. I will be right back, lads and lasses. I gotta go just do a thing. Not gonna tell you what thing, but it's a thing. Enjoy the sounds of silence.